This is how the birth of Jesus, the Messiah, came about. His mother Mary was pledged to be married to Joseph. But before they came together, she was found to be pregnant through the Holy Spirit. Because Joseph, her husband, was faithful to the law, and yet did not want to expose her to public disgrace, he had in mind to divorce her quietly. But after he had considered this, an angel of the Lord appeared to him in a dream and said, "Joseph, son of David, do not be afraid to take Mary home as your wife, because what is conceived in her is from the Holy Spirit. She will give birth to a son, and you are to give him the name Jesus, because he will save his people from their sins." I think that there's something very human and common to us all about unexpected occurrences making us just a little afraid. Afraid in the sense of fear and worry, or maybe frustration and annoyance. I remember when I was a naive young man learning to drive. When I booked my first driving lesson, I said to the instructor, "I presume I won't be thrown straight into the driving seat, will I?" Sensing my nervousness, he said no. When he picked me up and drove me to a nearby quiet road, he got out of the car and said, "Now take the driving seat." The blood drained from my face through fear. I did not expect to be taking the steering wheel so soon, and now my heart was pumping. In our reading of part of the Christmas story, we have this young man, Joseph, engaged to Mary. But his life has been turned upside down because Mary is pregnant and this is not his child. He was thinking about how he might separate from her. This was unexpected. More than that, this was unwelcome. Actually, more than that, this was devastating. Right in the middle of all his trouble, God whispers to Joseph, "Do not be afraid." I wonder what unexpected trouble has hit you just now, and you're feeling a little afraid, or upset, or frustrated, or devastated. Why not let God whisper to you, "Do not be afraid," and let him help you, guide you, strengthen you? In our story, God spoke to Joseph through an angel in a dream. And God does speak to us in many different ways, often through other people, through the Bible, through church, and through circumstances. In fact, let me encourage you to come to church this Christmas. I'm convinced that God has something to say to you. And what he says comes from a position of loving you, caring about you, valuing you. I am equally convinced right now, in whatever trouble you might be facing, maybe unexpected, maybe unwelcome, God is just whispering to you, "Do not be afraid."